All right, guys. So we're casting a bit of a late match here. You know, I casted a week 7 match for Andy and his opponents last week, or I guess yesterday. But we're gonna cast the week 6 matchup that Andy just had on Wednesday while I was out of town versus MalXantholos. And this is gonna be a spoiler-free cast, so I'm not gonna refer to like who won or anything like that. I already know who won just because of, you know, by virtue of Andy's opponent for week 7 and you know, casting the standings for that one. But I believe this standing, hold on, let me double check. I believe it would have been the 4 ones, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 4 ones. You're so happy to hear MMXC music outside of dev streams. It's so good. It's so good, man. Love that stuff. I'm really excited for that project when it finally like works. They haven't had any updates for a year, which is a little spooky, but like the product they had, it was like a full-fledged demo, right? They didn't have it out. I think they're waiting until it's like final so they don't get like, you know, copyright claimed or anything like that. But at any rate, guys, we're pretty much ready to go here. So there might be a little bit of a mistiming to start because I'm working with VODs as normal, but other than that, we'll just kind of work in through this hot matchup here. And let's just close that so I can see. All right, let's try this shotgun start here. I'm gonna get surprised by Andy's music probably immediately. Okay, that's close enough. That is close enough. All right. So we have both our runners starting in the separate spawns here, Link's House and Sanctuary. This is CrossKeys, so of course all those entrances are going to be shuffled. Boss dungeons, connections, just any kind of room in the game will be kind of shuffled at that point. Dungeon locations are always anchored to each other, so they're always vanilla, meaning that like once you find a dungeon, it's not like a door shuffle. You're not going to see any wacky stuff if you've seen like you know, Andy or other streamers in the past streaming those door shuffles. So it's kind of a different one. This is just the regular, the OG, if so to speak. We are going to see first look at crab, just green rupees, and we're going to see Andy find the farm room here at the potion shop. That's a really good, nice find. Really, we do see a dark cave at Lumberjacks as well. I really like that farm room find to start. That's a really, really good find here. We do see the thieves hideout at Lumberjacks. That will require boots and and agate tower completion. And we see there's a sword. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So one sword is probably never going to get gained. And I say that with bated breath because I would hate seeing a sword there. That's just really gross. Okay, so we see Andy going in here now. Check out the drop. It's going to be the waterfall cave for a heart container. He might decide to skip that. Mal, meanwhile, is going to see a map here at the Lost Woods Thief. And Andy's going to be setting up for a Houlihan. So yeah, he's going to say no to the heart. Pretty standard decision, honestly. There's a lot of time to get that heart, so I'd rather get something else at that point. And we see an ice rod here at the Lost Wood as well. It's a nice little starting weapon for Mal. Need magic to use that, but honestly, something's better than nothing in CrossKeys, I find, so I wouldn't mind that at all. We see Ganon here at the Lost Woods drop as well. Oh, just a free sword. All right, Andy's going to have the first real big gain of the game, which is that sword. At the Hylia fortune teller. Okay, nice. Mal finding the Mire shed here. It's going to have the big key to ice here. Heart container. Andy, meanwhile, finding a big key to Thieves Town. It argues the better big key to find in this scenario. I would always love finding an early big key to Thieves just so I can kind of complete it at that point, but that's nice. Don't think I saw what was on Hylia Island, but I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it definitely won't be something you don't want. Moldarm Cave found for Mal. Can't really do it with the current kit, so it's gonna have to kind of wait a little bit. It's nice to know it's there. Meanwhile, Andy going early Eastern area here. Kind of a curveball play. I've called it out before because I think I've seen both runners actually do it once. And I feel like it's kind of it's an off-speed pitch, right? Like you don't want to always do it, but you want to just kind of try to bamboozle your opponents with it when you can. And backfire's a little bit finding mimics there, so that's something you can't do right now. So if like Hammer's somewhere free in Kakariko, then like Mal can just like one-trip that. And Sash is not really a very desirable place to get back to. Okay, so we do see that Uncle location, and Mal is going to grab some magic here. So I imagine this is in preparation for the Moldor Worm Cave. Just so they have enough ammunition and... oh, the full. There we go. That's so nice. So yeah, now they'll be able to just kind of kill off those Moldorms, no problems. Mind you, Ice Rod is a bit of a harder weapon to use than, say, Fire Rod. Fire Rod's projectiles run faster. Whereas the Ice Rod kind of has a little bit of a delay on its fire. So it'll like spawn in front and it'll hit immediately, but like to kind of take off, it has like a little bit of a half-second kind of cooldown. All right, so nothing really in the Eastern area. Let's see what's in this Moldorm Cave. Just a bunch of money so far. Oh, bombs are nice because I don't think Mal had any. The glove, sick. And the map to Ice Palace. Okay, so that's a pretty good find. It's pretty good. I would say worth. Andy, meanwhile, going to go through Sank now, so pretty much just going to follow in Mal's footsteps for a bit. So we'll focus a little bit on Mal now. Let's see what Kakariko's going to have here. Ooh, we see the Bumper Cave, Lower Cave connector here. Probably my favorite connector in the game. That's kind of a neat one. Just because there's like multiple ways you can kind of get through it with the hookshot at the top or the cape from either side. I feel like that's like one of my favorite kind of scenarios in the game. We see well at the Smith's Bat Cave. All right. Not my favorite place to see well, but honestly, like the price of a mirror or a hammer, another kind of cool little thing for CrossKeys or entrance where you can have multiple ways to get in there. Andy's seeing the bad news about the sword. Mind you, he has one, so it's not that bad. But yeah, if I were running this and I saw a sword, like the first thing I see is a sword there, I'm like, all right, this is how this one's going to be, huh? All right, we're going to have Mal checking out the back tavern here. Andy's doing the drop down Dark Cave. So this is, okay, so this is Old Man Rescue. So this can put Andy on the Death Mountain here. It's a pretty close connector from Sank as well. Ooh, we see Super Bunny connector at the Sick Kid house. We're going to put that lower there. Let's see what's in this. Okay, so it leads to the Norfair Cave. Nice. So we have early Death Mountain access, essentially. Not in logic without a key. Sorry, without a lamp. But still very nice to find. And we see Aga Tower following that. And Bacchus Skull at the same time. Wow. So we got action at both ends now. I believe I want to say that was either Chicken Coop or the shop. I'll pay attention to it after. Wow, thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate it. Right, so nothing in Bacchus Skull. We just got arrows there at Castle Tower 1. So we don't have a key for the second chest. Andy's just going to have to leave. And Mal does a Death Warp to get out of Skull as well because it doesn't have a fire system, so a fire rod or a lamp to get through the torch puzzle coming up. And actually doesn't have a sword to cut through the vines anyways. Ishmael, thanks for the 200 bits. Appreciate that. And Alu, thanks for the 43 months. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, so that's a bomb hut. That was the Skullback bomb hut. Okay. So Kakariko pretty much cleaned up. Not really a whole lot in Kakariko, honestly. That's pretty light. Like, you had the glove in there, but overall, pretty much sucked. We do see Mire here at the top of Spec Rock. We see a shield there. That's useless. Thank God. It's one less thing I have to track. There's oh, Alu's here. Your cave is here. Oh, and he's going in. Look at you. There you go, Alu. There's the entertainment right there. He is not going for the quote-unquote X99 dream, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Honestly, I don't mind it too because money's kind of tight for Mal right now. So on it, you run into that. It's not a bad play to kind of play it early. All right, so Mal will scout out, and we see Powder here actually too. I've kind of gotten away from scouting that just because I'm like, I'll just go back when there's stuff later. We see Andy finding Hyrule Castle here at the left side drop down. And another Dark Cave for Mal. Looks like, yeah, he's not going to entertain it. So that Dark Cave can be either... there's one Dark Cave outside of Old Man Rescue, where it has all those pits and it's kind of a little bit difficult to traverse. Andy getting a smoking pod. The other way... The other cave it could be is like Old Man Lower. Okay, so we see... Oh, we didn't see this house yet. We did see the bottle vendor, and we see a connector here. Okay. Bottle vendor just had an arrow. Nothing really in that first chest of Hyrule Castle, except for the small key. We do see a Dark World connector here, though. This is a really easy one to get back to, too, so that's not bad at all. Leads to Dark World Sank. I would kind of be tempted to explore a little bit, but I feel like you just started the seed. You just got Kakariko moving. You know, let's just kind of move away from that. And yeah, Mal's going to go for Super Bunny here. Follow up on that. I would argue the better connector, and I'd also say just the better overall play rather than just like straight S and Qing from there. So that's pretty smart decision making there. One thing, chat, I will say and highlight, watching so many good runners play CrossKeys, is I realize how bad I am at CrossKeys. Like, I know I love it and I kind of have a lot of fun with it, but it's like, my decision making is not the greatest. I learned so much watching these. And I think about like their decision making. I'm like, sometimes I'll question it, but then I'll kind of learn the method to the madness too. Only one good person. No, there's a couple of like really good players at CrossKeys. But if you're gonna say the seed, then yes, the seed is also good. I feel like the seed wins most CrossKey seeds. All right, we see desert exploration here by Mal as well. We're gonna see a heart container here at the desert ferry. Desert thief, I don't believe had anything there. Andy is still making his way through Hyrule Castle, going through the dark cross area now. 300 rupees. Honestly, I'm gonna be happy with that. Puts me at Zora money territory early, which is nice. The earlier you're at that money range, the better. We do see a big key here at Desert Ledge as well. That's pretty sick. And we do see... Oh, this is like the best Spiral Cave entrance ever. Oh, look at that little connection there. I just got to pay attention and track these real quick. So Spiral Cave upper right at the end of desert in the Agina Cave. That's probably the best Spiral Cave location I've ever seen, honestly. Super lucky. What's going on, Isgar? Alright, so nothing in the Spiral Cave. Where does it spit us out, though? Oh, that is gross. That is gross, dude. Oh, that is gross, dude. No, that sucks. Oh, that's awful. So we see another connector on this West Dark World as well through Andy's traversal of the Hyrule Castle connectors. So we see Hyrule connector left took us to Dark World Death Mountain, basically right where the Hyrule Castle was anyways. And the right one took him to the Oddity Shop. So Andy's just going to kind of go ahead and peek in Skullwoods. A play I'm probably not going to do ever again because it really killed me last race I played for the, I guess the upcoming week because we were casting in the past here. Thieves Town found. First chest found in Skull. I feel like I'm missing stuff tracking. Hold on. Let me just do a quick little peekarino here. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we look good. Excellent. The best part with casting VODs is people will, like, seldomly say, Solski, you're missing this track. Track this. Solski. It's okay. You guys will still help me. It's fine. All right, so Castle Tower entrance being explored right now in the drop down. Just see the back of bar, or the front of bar, sorry. Oh, Andy, no. Oh, the hand. It'll get you every time. So gotta be careful here. The Gyptos will do 2 hearts of damage. Alright, Mal finding the left side of TR there in one of the freer locations of the game, right outside Link's house. It's pretty easy in to get back there. Andy does navigate the Gyptos successfully. Kragon, thanks for the 24 months, the 2-year package, and we get a sword in Skullwoods. That's so nice. Amphibious Trex, thanks for the redeem key sucks. Is this the man with the check mark? It sure is. He's the man. I don't know why. I just really hate Andy's bunny spray. I'm just going to call it out now, by the way. All right, Mal using the bomb. I love seeing that from runners. I think I learned that from Super Taylor. I saw him playing one day, and he like just picked up a bomb before he hit that screen. It was like the perfect timing. I thought that was super slick. I've used it ever since. Oh, that's a really good connector. So we have quote-unquote legal access to Death Mountain here through Hera with that connector just at the Moldorm Cave. Really bad connector, honestly. But beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so that's the vanilla small key to the dungeon. We'll just track it. And you get an S&Q, so that's good because he can kind of use that for back a skull. So rather than just continue to explore Super Bunny, you just kind of want to exit off in that path. And yeah, Mel's just going to kind of continue to explore off the Death Mountain region. Andy, I believe, is going to go into South Kakariko now. Yeah, he hasn't really done any of Kakariko yet, right? Because he found Death Mountain early, and then all the other connectors that led through it, so... And so this will be really his first kind of visit there. We'll get his glove eventually. And we'll run into that skull back, but there's nothing really too much he can do. So there's not really anything crazy that's going to happen from this dip. More or less just Andy picking up his glove. And looks like Mal is escorting the old man here because there will be that old man cave in reach. So he's just going to do it this way, which is fine. Honestly, it's preferred. Like, if you could just find the back entrance, it's better, I find. Yep, Mal successfully rescues that old man. He's going to break his legs dropping off this cliff. Just watch. Ugh. Oh, he's going to get squished. Oh, dude. Like, that old man was so done for. So interesting to call out so far. Mal has not found a sword, unfortunately. There was one in the eastern area, I believe. Or towards the eastern area. Oh, yeah, it was the Hylia shop. And, of course, the second one was Skullwoods. So, Mal kind of roughing it a little bit with the situation of weaponry. Should I call him Mal or MX? MalXantholos. I like the name. I forgot that Ice Rod just kills the blue guards. Call Marks. Marks. Yeah, I forgot the Ice Rod actually kills the blue guards in one hit. There's no other guards, it will freeze them, but for the blue guards, it just like kills them. I don't know why. Like, I honestly don't know why. You'd think blue would be like ice. Like that would be an ice guard, so it would be protected, but no. All right. How about Matt or Mike? No, those aren't happening, guys. Those are Zelga. Yeah, there we go. Just call him Zelga. That's fine. Just call him Zelga. I love how I told that story to Zelga while I was casting yesterday, and he was like, what? I might have been with like, I can't remember who I was casting with either. And then they just like never said anything. And I caught myself, I'm like, was I calling him Zelga the whole time? And like, oh, I think so. I'm like, oh my God. Like if my co-commentator called someone the wrong name like 18 times, I probably would have warned him by about the 4th. You're like, hey, by the way, I don't think you know, but God. Are some Mal finding the Dark World connectors. Andy running into the old man, aka the uncle. Because I always call the old man and uncle each other's names. Kind of like Wallkicks and Zelga, I guess. Just they're forever linked. Oh, we didn't see this earlier. So Andy never explored this cave. And that's rather unfortunate for Andy, actually, because that's Ice Palace. That could become super relevant there, actually. That could become a very, very relevant check. But yeah, nice to know where the dungeon is. It's a really bad spot, honestly. It's a really bad spot. I'm trying to figure out what Mal's bunny sprite is as well. In fact, I'm not really familiar with the sprite at all, so it looks like Green Sonic if it's wearing kid clothes, maybe? Hold on, we'll get a better view of this now. Maybe an alien, actually. Alright, once it goes through the door, maybe we'll get a better look. No, never mind, I forgot. This takes us here. It's like, what am I looking at? Alright. Andy finding Pupper Cave cannot do it yet as well. Still doesn't have the gear for it. I believe Andy has his glove now. Yep. Alright. Which mean Andy will have the big key to ice soon. We'll just kind of have that tracked in. I believe that was here, actually, in the Mire Shed. All right, Mal gonna go in for the Dark Cross. It's gonna be a little bit trickier for Mal because he doesn't have a sword yet. Which, again, is kind of crazy. It's 21 minutes in. They're in pretty bad spots. Andy already has 2. Mal doesn't have any. Because, you know, Mal's actually routing properly, I want to say. And he got a little lucky with that Eastern play early, I'll say. Especially with a sword being there. That's so nice to have early. Yeah, we're seeing some Ice Rod strats freezing the Ropa. So we know we're on that right side. And, like, gets to the chest, like, effortlessly. That was really nicely done. Alright, Andy now going to find his Ice Rod here. So I think we're pretty much caught up where the runners have been, for the most part. Old Man leading to right side Death Mountain. Okay, and we see TR entrance here as well. For the front entrance. So we haven't explored the Old Man lower portion yet. But this is a really nice win, though. We know it's lamp locked or hook locked on this side, at least at this point. Library just has $100. We're out of here. What else are we gonna have? Not a lot of dungeons so far. 21 minutes. We've cleared about 50% of Light World, if not more, and we still haven't found really any dungeons. We do see a connector here. It is the brother connector. What do we lead to? Andy finding Eastern Big Pog. Oh, this is a really good connector. Okay. Castle Tower top. Unfortunately, Mal does not have those 2 swords, so we'll not be able to check that other entrance. And this cave just leads to a ferry here. So this would have been probably the lift rock by Death Mountain entrance then for Andy. Because I know he didn't like S&Q. I didn't hear any S&Q thing. That's one of the things I like about watching CrossKeys runners diverge more often. Exactly. You'll still see like some forms of divergence in like regular modes, but like when it comes to CrossKeys, I find as Mal's gonna get his first sword. There we go. You're right. Like there's just so many different options now. There's so many different ways people like to approach seeds. Some people like to do dungeons all day, every day if they can find them. Some people like to, when they find them, they avoid them. So it's just really up to preference. With Andy finding Eastern here, like there hasn't been a lot found, so this is the right call to kind of go in early. Right, big key for thieves found from Mal. Can make things hard on the poor trackers. They sure can, guys. They sure can. Rip me. Alright, so nothing really too much happening in Eastern, just the rupees. Not a whole lot going on. Mal, of course, is going to go through Eastern area. We still haven't seen Lake Hylia, actually. A little surprising considering the early glove. But, you know, it is kind of like the bottom corner of the map, so not too surprising, I suppose. I just, like, whenever I get a glove, I'm like, I'm there. 3 locations back to back like that, like, hell yeah. And you can sequence break? Sign me up. Don't want to face the crabs that early. I think that's what Andy's like, honestly. I know we meme about it a lot, but maybe it's like in the back of his skull now. It's not worth it anymore. He might actually have that in the back of his mind now. Alright, just 10 arrows at the last check in Eastern, so nothing really there. Knowledge of location's great, but other than that, kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. And he is going to warp into Sank here to finish off the traversal of North. So we do have one more drop down here we can do. I believe Mal did this as well. It was just, what was it? Yeah, it was back Sank. That's right. Okay, Mal's going to go back to the mountain cave. So this is going to be a back entryway into the Old Man Lower Cave. I really like exploring this one early. And Andy's actually going to check out this warp as well now. Which is good because you have it. You kind of want to check it out. He's going to see the TR. He's going to see the connector. And the Old Man Lower Cave is actually one of the easiest dark rooms in the game. Oh my god, that sucks. You know, it's one less cave to check, but that's awful. That's actually the worst, dude. Oh god, that's trash. Alright. I'm gonna uncheck this dark cave then, because we've already seen it. We already know where it leads. We have a dark cave we don't know where it leads yet, and that's the one at library. Oh, maybe that was the one there. Never mind. Maybe that was the one there. You know what? I'll just mark this. Oh, Sahash. Sahash. Who was he? Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock pendant? Hell yeah. Small key to pod. Big key to pod. Okay. Did Mal do this? Did I miss this? Hold on. Where's this at? Oh, I totally didn't miss that. That sucks. Okay, so that's the that's from the brother connector. That's right. So Mal had to go past this entrance because he didn't have any swords at the time, and he still needs to find a master sword. So Andy getting a really big win there. I want to say just getting that extra pod small, but also getting the big key there is really nice. That's a really nice one there. So that's quite unfortunate. You know, I'm sure Mal will find their way back. But it just, that one will hurt eventually, I'm sure. So Mr. MalXantholos makes his way through Eastern. I would imagine Andy's going to start checking South Shore here. And yeah, is going to be spawning at Link's house. I don't really think there's anywhere else to go at this point. We've kind of seen it all after that. He's going to see TR left, so he might actually explore some TR here. I think I would at this point. Yeah, we're going to see it. I think this is the right time to explore TR. And I don't know why, but I always see, at least in the seeds I've been playing for this tournament, TR is generally early. And almost never required. Sometimes it'll burn you pretty bad, but generally speaking, it's not required for whatever reason. So it could be the key logic at play. Oh, Andy going for the Ice Rod strats here. Yeah, I was going to say the Quake strat's probably better. Now making his way through the Dark Room here in Eastern. The Quake strats does not work, guys, when the Pokey is in the air. Andy's learning the Hard Knock school. The School of Hard Knocks? Yeah, it's the School of Hard Knocks. That you must have that thing planted to the ground for it to work. The other enemy that can really bamboozle you with that is the Pangators. They'll actually leap in the air to start their slide. So if they're in air when you use Quake, for example, you actually won't damage them at all. They won't like transform or anything. Alright, so Mal is done with Eastern. Again, I imagine South Shore's coming up as well. And we are going to see what this Chain Chomp chest is going to be. Just red rupee. So yeah, Andy's out of here. Mal was thinking about TR and he's like, nah. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Honestly, I don't blame him. Don't blame him. All right, so yeah, this is going to be the Lake Hylia area now. So both our runners are basically going to do this at the same time. Andy will probably run into this connector here and explore it. It's a pretty easy in with the pit on the top there. Normally it sucks when you're on the bottom because you're like, oh man. But it's not too bad to get back though. It's one of the nicest connectors to check. So he's going to see it. It's in a really bad spot. Oh, he's not going to check it. Okay. It's just in a really bad spot. So I get why he doesn't really want to check it. But it's not too bad to get back up. It's not as bad. It's actually a pretty interesting programming quirk of how they actually treat the time. Yeah, it is. The game, for what it's worth, as we see Spike Cave here in left side, the game is like very well thought out and programmed for a 1991 game. Like extremely well. They put a lot of thought into this game. Okay, so this is essentially last check in logic besides Zora, so maybe Pearl here. Nope, I'm wrong. Small key to Ganon's tower. They'll both find that. Oh, Andy's just done GT. It's fine. Gross Spike Cave. It's up. Yeah, it's pretty bad. If you have a flute, it's not too bad. But yeah, in general, that's not the greatest either. Okay, so Mal is going to go ahead and start sequence breaking here. There's not really anything else to do. Andy's going to follow suit as well. Andy might actually explore that connector first. But I feel like sequence break is probably a better play. Yeah, so MalXantholos has already gone through desert area and Andy is not. So that's kind of the difference of like why Andy has a Master Sword and Mal doesn't. Andy went to Skull and Mal has basically done the desert area. We do know there's a big key on the ledge. But yeah. Yeah, like again, talking about the game a little bit, like things like Bombos working to take away like Holtster's shell, like those kind of things are really like really neat and well thought out kind of game design decisions, right? That you would probably be very like hard to discover in that age of gaming. Like games were very basic, right? Back in the late 80s, early 90s, and even like before then, they were very basic. You had like some RPGs and adventure games that were like very heavy text-based and had a lot of stuff going on, but like rarely to the level that this one does it. And it does it in such a really neat form factor, right? Okay, so we see Sick Kid here. Can't do anything about it yet because you don't have a Boots, Pearl, or Flippers to kind of get there with access. So I don't know if he's sleeping on a waterbed. He probably should be with the amount of water that's there for him to use. Andy about to scout that out as well. We see bombs on Zora ledge. All right, well, here it comes, guys. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the one and only at the Zora ledge, so get ready for it, guys. There's nothing else to do in the game. So it could be two things. It could be a mirror or it could be a pearl. Nothing else will be helpful at this point. Just looking at my mapping again. I guess, no, not even an Aga Tower key will be helpful. So it has to be one of those two items here. Oh, it could be boots too. Yeah, and it's the pearl. Not surprising. It could have been boots to open up the bonk locations. It could have been mirror because we have free west side dark world connections. So it could have required, like, say, a race game entrance or a K45 entrance. Or again, it could have just been the pearls. And all right, here we go. So we see Mal and Andy kind of thinking about their decisions. Andy is gonna check the back of Old Man. Honestly, he's hoping to score another Dark World connection, but he's gonna laugh when he sees it. And Mal is gonna go ahead and I think he's setting up for Houlihan here. Actually, this is pretty smart. Oh, he hasn't seen this either. Honestly, he has 6 rupees. This is a good decision. Oh, he's gonna go. Nope, he's gonna skip it. All right. Andy, what are you... Andy? Andy, okay. Oh, sick, the jump. The Kern jump. I've never learned how to do that. That is a big weakness in my game in this mode. I love it when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I haven't learned this yet. And they're like, oh, it's free. Every time. That is the atypical response I'll get from every gamer, right? Well, I haven't learned, I haven't learned Kern jump, or I haven't learned, like, bufferless clip. Or I haven't learned, stuff I've learned already by now, like hovering or icebreaker. Oh, it's free. It's free. Oh, yeah, that's pretty easy, though. It's pretty free. No big deal, dude. Just... spend the 4 hours in the practice hack. You'll have it no problem. Just slice out a quarter of your day to learn this. No big deal. You want to race, don't you? Like you want to be competitive, right? Right, Andy's gonna go for that Sash Wife connector. That's gonna take us to Dark World West. So that's right at the Dark World Sink. I think Andy's a little confused where he's going right now, honestly. Why would he not explore this? Where is he looking for right now? Because Mal's taking the exact same connector. Oh, you know what? I don't think Andy's done all of Kakariko. Yeah, Andy hasn't done all of Kakariko. Oh, no, he sees the Super Bunny. Okay. So where did that lead to? I didn't actually mark that off where it led to. All right, well, Mal's going to give us a little bit of a look in Dark World here. We are going to see a compass here at the Bumper Cave exit. We will see the entrance cave here. It is going to be Spec Rocks. That's another connection. There's nothing inside there. That's a really bad spot for the upper portion. You're going to want to hope to find the mid portion to kind of get the entrance. If the item was nice, it would be nice to find, but yeah, you definitely want to wait out to see if there's a better location for that connector. Your fear is that's going to lead to, like, Mire, and you just miss it for a while, but... And we get GT here at the Dark World Lumberjacks as well now. Right, Andy getting his swag from Super Bunny. We are going to see a heart container and 10 arrows from GT right side. Oh, that's where it led. It was desert. That's right. So there's nothing else either runner with their current kits can do in GT. Mal just gonna go ahead and scout out to see what's on that torch. That's something I really don't do. I feel like the time isn't really worth that scout, especially if you don't have boots. But you know, it's good. Like, it could be your hammer there, so it's honestly, it's like, it's good to check it. It's one of those, you know, risk reward skips where you're gonna save a little bit of time by not doing it. So you're saving like 10 seconds. But you know it's kind of like it's a very low percent way it can burn you kind of thing. And we are going to see the Spiral Cave here from Andy and the Dark World Goat Sea House. Don't Google it. From MalXantholos, gonna have a small key. Skull Woods. Awesome. Spiral led to somewhere stupid. Where was it? Where was the stupid spiral leading? Oh yeah, to TR right. Oh my god. This is so dumb. So Andy will get knowledge of this now, which is great. Honestly, you want to find this. You wish you found this with Mire because of how bad Spiral is and where it's located. But then you see this and you're like, shoot. And Andy's going to bomb jump this and go back left. So he's going to take the connector over. Okay. So that's going to put him back at Light Worlds. Where has he not done here? Oh, it's Dam, I think. He hasn't done. Okay. Alright, Mal getting his small key to Castle Tower. I think that was it for Skull. He doesn't have the Master Sword yet. That was at the mid portion. So he has to go to the Vanilla Big Key location. Andy's being very thorough here, honestly. I almost want to say too thorough if I were to make a comment on Andy's writing right now. Like, just to think analytics. That's actually a really wise decision from there, Mal. Just waiting for the grab hand. It's faster. Saves the key. Is this Andy's playing this, I think, too safe. It's really easy for me to see it, like, from above ground. From, like, the decisions the runners have made. But, it's just a wee bit too safe here. We will see a follow-up here from Andy. This is going to be beneficial. He will see this other location now. And so he will get knowledge of ice. So, you know, his save play is paying off. But not quite in the way it should, right? Yeah, sees ice here. He's going to be happy to find that. Honestly. You're always happy when you find a dungeon, even though it's not in the best spot. He's actually going to take this to Hyrule Castle. Where's that going to put him? Oh, he's going to take this back to Dark World now. Okay, no, this is smart. So while it's going to be a bit for him to get back to that connector to Hyrule Castle, it's actually faster than him SNQing to Sank. So you can SNQ to Sank and then go to, like, Sash Wife in the far corner. Alright, so Mal has his Master Sword now, so now we're all evened up. We're pretty much evened up on all the gear and keys now. The only big outlier is Mal does not have any pod small keys or the big key at all, I believe. I'm just going to confirm that real quick. Oh god, that is small. He has one pod small key, so I'll just get that tracked. The trees are watching you, boy. All right, we found Dam here at the C-shaped house. Andy's going to run into GT with his current route here, which is nice. You always like finding GT. You like to find it with better items, but kind of a slow start here, though, for 41 minutes. You'd like to have more. Honestly, they're pretty starved for items, and they've been going through Dark World for like the last 15 minutes without pearls. I've just corrected that, guys. My apologies. They now have their pearls. It's fine. Tracker! Track pearl! This Ganon's tower looks sick. And not like cool sick. And the music's not playing. Oh, it's just the Tunic song. That's why it's like a slow ramp up. But the dungeon itself looks sick. Like it looks like it's not well at all. Like it's got to go to the hospital, dude. You know when like people are like, man, you don't look so good. Yeah, that's this dungeon right now. Andy also scanning at the torch. Maybe I just suck at CrossKeys so much that I'm not like, I'm so stubborn with like why people do things. I'm like, oh yeah, that's dumb. They shouldn't do that. And then, yeah, I should probably just do it. And he's setting a save point. I think he's just trying to get to the door a little bit faster. It does give him the save as well, which is nice. But fortunately, this game is not Super Metroid. You don't have to go to a save room to save your progress. Even if you die, everything's saved. Honestly, I kind of prefer that. I think that's just nicer. Skullwood Small Key. Okay. Oh, Mal would have had that as well. Missed that. It's kind of a snoozer. I need items. Like, I need either a dungeon they can kind of go through. There we go. Thank you. My prayers have been answered. A hammer's been found. We need either like 9,000 items at once or like more dungeons they can kind of traverse. Hammer is nice. So hammer does a couple things. The main thing the hammer opens up that I would see on my map tracker, the one I'm looking at right now, is I have East Death Mountain on the top open now. So I have 2 drop downs plus another entrance cave I can kind of go to. Oh, we see that midpoint cave. Honestly, not a great one either, but I can go back to it. The problem with that is I've just found hammer, so now I'm not going to go there and check that other connector. Because now I have like pyramid I can check out. I have pod area. We finally find another dungeon. It's desert right. Awesome. And we have the small key to desert as well. We do know desert's a crystal. Okay. Small key to Skullwoods. That's the last one. We don't have a lot of game knowledge yet left either. Like, we know that desert's a crystal. I think Eastern was a crystal too. Let me just... No, we don't know that yet. Ice Palace, Andy has marked as a crystal, so he saw that. Okay. We are going to see the map chest here for desert. Fire rod. Okay, so we're starting to get items. We're starting to get items, guys. My prayers are being answered. The seed is getting less boring. That's back to skull now open with that ice rod. That is also all of ice basically open. With the Bicky, all 8 items can be gained now. So Ice Palace is fully completable. Back of Skull is completable. Is there anything else? No, there is not. So pretty good find there from Mal in Deserts. I'm going back in. Oh, he's like, did I do this? Well, the door's open. I certainly hope so. You know what it was? It was probably like, did I do the other chest? That's probably what it was. All right, Andy gonna get his hammer now. And Mal gonna give us a check of the swamp entrance. So we have a couple of options from this swamp entrance, so I'll be intrigued to see what Mal does next here. Just the fly cave. All right, he's out of here. All right, so he can go direct right, but he is going to go north here. I believe there's a current jump step you can do from that that right side. No, you can't. It has to be from the other entrance. Okay. Because you need the screen transition, I'm pretty sure. All right, Mal's going to go back to the connector. I kind of like this, honestly. So you just got hammer. Just kidding. Please, dude. Don't hang me like this. Don't do this to me. Oh, God. Desert's not looking too great on any side either. This one's looking better, but it looks congested. Yeah, what Mal could have done is, because he has Hammer Glove Pearl now, could just, like, continue this route by checking the warp. But, no, that's fine, though. I would like the connector play just in case, because I'm still chasing Mire, but honestly, this is still the better play. I was just like, oh, he's going to play this. This is cool. You just look a little lost at this moment. Oh, that's fine. I'm just rolling with it like I usually do. It's all good. Hair is found. That's really nice. Okay, so that's a nice dungeon you like finding early-ish. 48 minutes is not, I would still say early. Like 1:30 is pretty late for CrossKeys, I want to say, for dungeon finds. But yeah, 48 minutes is pretty good. And you're getting the fire rod. And can't traverse past here unless this is a specific item. No, it's not. Just a small key to pod. There's not really much else you can do. See you later. Just have to come back later. All right, Andy taking the death warp there at Desert is also going to continue on with the route. Now is heading on over to the pyramid. Andy's going to be checking out this connection here. See what it is. Okay, so he had... Did he see the top one? I don't know if he saw the top one or not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he sees that. He's not interested in it at all. I'm just a boomer when it comes to CrossKeys routing. Oh, it was there. Okay, I must have missed that. That's why. Now I understand it. Okay. Okay. So it was in Village Outcast. All right. Not only am I a boomer for CrossKeys, I just don't pay attention apparently. Which happens. All right, we got Dark World sick potion kid stuff. And it's like the worst cave entrance you find without a mirror, which is Paradox Cave Lower. That's gross. We haven't seen any Paradox Cave yet. You see it at 50 minutes, and that's the first taste you get. That's unfortunate. Okay, Andy's gonna head on over towards pod area here. We'll find the Hera entrance. And Mal is gonna check out what's a Quakefish. What do we got? This is one of the most exciting checks of the game, honestly. Just a map, but information's still nice. Just not that information. It kind of sucks. Alright, hello castle. Where's Mal gonna go to? Alright, we're gonna go to Sync. I'll be right back. All right, Andy just seeing chess game at the Monkey Hut, so that's dead now. Oh, I really like where Mal's going. I just noticed. Okay, Mal's heading to well with that hammer. That is a sharp decision. 5 chests? Hell yeah. Oh, these dungeons are in really bad spots today. Or Swamp is at pod 5. Got the map. The flute. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so getting the flute there in the back of well, and the red cane too. I missed that. Okay. Just checking that tracker. So the red cane would have been there as well. Okay. Really nice finds, honestly. So that's when you find the big key to TR. That's Trinex. It is a green pendant, but it was sash known. Well, for Andy at least, that's nice. And Andy's going to check out to see what is at the pod entrance. Going through and navigating Hyrule's worst scam. Which is this 100 rupee skamaz. Oh my god, that sucks. Eastern Thieves are the red crystals, though. I guess that's your money's worth, but not really. That's pretty gross. It could be worse. It could be a dungeon, I guess. But yeah, that's not ideal. All right, so we found most of the dungeons at this point. The 2 dungeons I see that we have not found, or I guess the 3, is Desert Back, Thieves Town, and what was the other one there? It was Thieves Town. Pod is the other one we haven't found yet. So we haven't found those 3 major dungeons here. Andy's gonna go back to Skullwoods now and finish that off. Okay. Yo, this is so good for Mal. Mal's gonna find Sash here. Okay, awesome. So it's a pod small and a big key. Anyone found that small key too? That's so nice. Good find. Honestly, it's just good routing at this point I'm seeing from both runners. I feel like they're both being pretty thorough. They're not really leaving much to risk. I probably would leave a little bit too much to risk, but again, I suck at this game, so when it comes to routing CrossKeys at least. But I feel like it's just kind of the right approach for this seed anyways. It's working out really well. We got our first bottle actually. And our first pendant as well. Unfortunate. In Skullwood, so Moth has a pendant. We're actually going to see the second item in Castle Tower here from Mal as well. Okay, so Andy's going to head back to Dark World through that connection again now. Where will Andy go from here? So I don't want to say he's going to go here. Yeah, he's going to go right. I was going to say he might want to head to GT at this point by utilizing bomb jumps, but that's kind of, if you're not familiar with those bomb jumps, you really don't want to do them. Yeah, I think we're just going to see a current jump coming up. Fire Rod shot that did nothing. That man just tanked that. Just tanked it. What did Mal just get there? I missed it. I don't think any. Oh, never mind. I see it. The flippers in Aga Tower. Oh god, that's pretty gross. Okay, that's pretty gross. Oh yeah, it swamps right here. Oh god. All right, so yeah, here's the first 2, or the first item in Swamp. You don't have the small key yet, but you can check this out. Small key to pod. I got a little excited there for a second. Chat, nothing in CrossKeys or keys in general, nothing beats finding Swamp small key in that first chest. Nothing beats it. It's so funny when it happens. Like, you can't even get mad. It's just comedic relief. And he sees the map, he's saying, no, excuse me? Like, you're too good for information, Buster? Oh, you know what? I'm stupid, guys. Dogs can't read. That's why he's not getting it. Okay. My mistake. And he's going to continue on through. Where's he headed to? Oh, wait. No shot you can fake flipper from here. No way! What? You can fake flipper from there? Oh, what? Who duck lied to me? I've been skamaz the whole time. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I don't have a glove. I can't flipper there. Excuse me? It was that free the whole time? Oh my, I hate ducks so much right now. Oh my god. I remember him saying something about it, like, oh yeah, because I always thought you couldn't fake flipper from there. And he's like, oh yeah, you can, but you need a glove. So you like had to do it from that screen. You know how many races I'm like, I can't fake flipper because I don't have a glove? Actually, I'm actually mad right now. I'm actually upset. Oh my god, please. There's nothing in this Dark World Hylia. Oh my god, it's so bad. I think this is going to be a check here of the... Yep, it's going to be the Lake Hylia location. This is normally the capacity ferry in vanilla. And I'm not just talking like... Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Where's the lamp, guys? The lamp's locking a lot here. Where is that lamp? Titan Mit's now found for Mal, so that's now gonna be Mire access. Oh, and yeah, just for free, let's, you know, let's just get top of, let's just get top of Paradox. No big deal. Oh my god. All right, Andy gonna do the Mimic here. Small key to pod. So that's kind of nice to find, but it's no Paradox Cave. So let's zero in. Oh yeah, just free. Just free. Hookshot. That's just the starter, guys. There's gonna be more here. I can smell it. You remember how I said how boring the start was and you had to have like a million items mid-game? Well, it's happening right now. There's gonna be probably another like key here that you need. Watch it be like Swamp Small. Okay, it was TR's key. All right. I can't always be right, chat, right? Like, oh god. All right, we're gonna get the palm jump here to check out the other locations. We do have a pitfall here. Simultaneous pitfalls. Let's go. That's fine. Yep, you're out of here. At this point, connections are just a suggestion, anyways. I don't remember where that was. That other. I didn't see where the other Paradox location was. Oh, you know what? I do. I know now. Because you found Titans. It would have been a nice palace. It just happened so quick. I was like, where the hell did you find it? But yeah, now I know. And yeah, Mal's going to check out the Dark World Hylia location. 3 very quick locations. I imagine after this, it's going to be Mire next. Because, you know what? Like, 2 and 2 together, guys. You find Flute and you find Mitts. Like, within 5 minutes of each other, you're like, Mire is right on your mind. Lamp and TR? Question mark? Maybe. We have seen a little bit of TR, but not a whole lot. But Andy falling a little bit behind here on the item chain, though. And it all started with Mal's decision to head to back to the well at the thieves or the Smiths area. At the back cave. That was a really good call there, and then just kind of led to one item after the other. Fluid allowed for like sharper decision making. Also had the red cane, and then you know the decision to go back to Castle Tower, clean up that route. Flips leads to Titans, and Titans leads to you know other stuff like Hookshot and friends so far. So it's been pretty good so far. All right, so Mal's gonna go into West Dark World again. Andy is puzzled, dazed, and confused. Looks a little bit dehydrated from this angle as well. And heading to Kakariko. I'm just wondering where... Wait, no. No. Wait. Wait. He's going for the dark cave up here. Okay. This is a bit of a play. This is a bit of a play here. Oh, he wants to go back to Death Mountain. That's where he's going. Oh, this is gonna lead him to Aga Tower. Okay. Okay. I was like, why in the hell is he going here? Now I realize what's going on. Hookshot cave here for Mal. Okay. Got a little bit of heart piece. This is probably the hammer peg location in the house. We see a cape. And we see... Oh, pitfall. That's okay. These things happen. We have the backup strat here with the pog. Andy has Fire Rod still using spins? Question mark. Yeah, we're going to see the connector through. All right. Yeah, I'm going to say that was in the hammer pick house. Just timing-wise from walking. Makes sense in my head. Okay, so we're going to see where this exit cave for the connector is. Andy's going to get his flippers here in Castle Tower. And the worst connection in the game, right here. The desert spit out. Desert tongue, desert right, whatever you want to call it. It's just, it's bad. It's a pretty bad location. So Andy found those flips going to Link's house. I would have to imagine at this point, well is just out of sight, out of mind for Andy. One of the reasons why I don't like well, like super locked, because, and it's like partially accessible down the road, because then you tend to forget these kind of things. But now Andy's gonna find Titans here, which is good, but not great, because again, you kind of want that flute with that Titan pairing. Titans are great for you for a couple extra locations, but really, like, you really make them sing with flute. They just kind of expand what you can do. And we're gonna see Sick as well. I don't think we saw Mal follow up with this. Mal, meanwhile, is gonna head back into GT. Again, great decision having the hammer and hookshot now. You only have one small key to GT, so it's a little dicey. Small key to Misery Mire for Andy here at the Sick Kid. So that's now taken care of. The reason why I say it's dicey is with only one small key, you're going to want to skip the firebar room. And I've actually had it cost me a raise. You know, what do you know? You know, skipping a location makes you like lose, right? But here's the big key to Mire. In the Stalfos room, we get a first bottle for Mal there as well. And we get a blue tunic, looks like. Andy finding the Paradox Cave, so he will be getting his hookshot and small key to TR. Oh yeah, and his red boomerang. How can I forget? Okay, so Mal is going to go ahead and spend the key there. So he must have got another key to GT. Because he still has one. No, there would have been the pot key. I guess you still can do it with all on one key. You just can't climb afterwards. That's what it was. I always forget the rules of GT, right? I always forget them. Just like thinking key spend. No, the key spend is going to clear it on the door. And then you won't have a small key. So yeah. Normally what you could do is you can like not spend it on that one. No, I was right. You can not spend it on the firebar. And then you'd have a key for the right side. And that's why you would want to save it. And then you just go back to firebar when you get another key or climb. It's the user's choice at that point. Okay, so just a map of Hera. We have a book here as well and a shovel. Andy's immediately going to find Hookshot Cave here as well. Oh, this was chess game. Okay, so Hookshot Cave is the hammer pegs then. I've been bamboozled. Tap, 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 tap. What? Where was Hookshot Cave? What? Hold on. Hold on. Where is this thing? I'm like giga bamboozled then. Alright, so I know where one is. I don't know where the other one is. That's fine. I don't think there's anything relevant outside of the cape anyways, but still. Oh, we got the Master Sword slash strats here. It was Skullwoods. Oh, so it was Skullwoods back then. Okay. That also makes sense for time. I didn't even think that one. All right, so we have a sword fight here. And in entrance modes, you kind of see every Armos, Ice Armos fight under the sun. They aren't pleasant. They aren't pleasant, guys. Mal actually taking quite a bit of damage here. We'll have to be a little careful. On Blue Mail, they only do like half heart each. Could take another 6 hits or so. But, alright, we have one down. Do we see the boomerang come out? That's the real question, right? Fire Rod's actually a good tool, too, because Fire Rod 4 shots will actually kill them as well. Probably going to save that for the last one. Alright, Andy heading into GT as well now. With the Smith, what a memer. He's doing this for content, 100%. Okay, we're just gonna set up for slashes. That's fine, but you gotta be careful here. We got a cape here with the slashes. Slashes, cape is fine because you're gonna... So when you slash the cape, magic doesn't really drain. So you can kind of see how it looks like it's ticking down. That just indicates that when you slash, you're not using any magic. You'll see that, or when you're holding walls is the other thing. Okay, so bombs, small key, and misery mire, and 50 bucks. Okay. So nothing else really going on here. Andy does not have the option to go to right side here as well. Mal will be, but Mal does not. Oh, because he doesn't have another small key, that's why. I think, you know what, with the Ice Armors fight, it just sucks anyways. So the first ever entrance tournament, this is back in 2017. I used Boomerang. I saw some memer do it. I actually thought that was the proper way to do it. I was like, oh, this is going to be so awesome. It was like one of my first restreams. So, of course, I'm just an idiot. And I'm like, all right, Blue Moon, let's go. And for those that don't know, it's 48 hits. 48 hits every time to kill an Armos, all right? So, do the math. And I finally kill him. And I remember Mikon and Herf were commentating that race. And the bow was behind that fight, so you had to do do bowless Ice Armos to get that bow. And this is back in the V17 V18 days, so this is when bows weren't progressive, gloves weren't progressive, right? Gloves I think were just becoming. No, they weren't. Not at that progression. Yeah, so that meant that if you found a bow, that was the bow. It wasn't silvers. Silvers were a separate item. So you actually had to do that nonsense. You didn't have to use a boomerang. Like afterwards, people are like, "Oh, you could use sword beams," and that's always stuck with me. And I found that like Master sword beams are actually very quick way to deal with Ice Armos. So Andy going in for pokes here just to do a little bit more damage. He's also gonna slash to corral them now. Hammer also does more damage, but at that point, kind of splitting hairs. It's just really easy to say this damage source is better, but then you're on an ice floor. And it kind of just goes out the window. But yeah, this is, these fights are definitely a spectacle, though. That's nice. And Mal is going to go ahead and cash in the Smith here. Where was the Smith again? I thought I marked it. Was it there? Oh, I didn't mark him. He should be around here, though. Oh, we got a dick spot coming up first. I saw Smith, but I did not mark. That's okay. What do we got here? Dick spot. Small key to Thieves Town. All right, we haven't found Thieves yet, but that's nice to find ahead of time. I'd be happy to find that before getting into Thieves, honestly. So that's small key to Mire. And you would have got that book as well. I believe the shovel was here as well. So yeah, really the only thing out for Andy is that Red Cane. And the cape, obviously. Andy's gonna go for the wind. He's gonna go for the firebar room as well. Okay. This is unfortunate for Andy. So had Andy have the fire or the red cane, the reason why he didn't do this chest was he's hoping to get to right side. Because if you can get to right side, what would happen? He didn't have bombs for rando room. Oh, he just sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I actually didn't notice that. I was wondering why I got to Ice Harvest that quick. Solski, pay attention to the cast. No, honestly, he definitely would have. He would have saved that that key for a red cane hunt, or for a right side 100%. Because you could get the key pod afterwards, and that's how you get your key back on that spend. All right, there's the book and shovel. That's why I was like, he didn't get these. Like, why am I not marking them? Ether coming up for Mal here. And I want to say Mire is probably going to be coming up since it's right next door. Just a heart piece. Ether is dead. So with Andy cashing in Smiths here and the shovel spot, probably checks out well. And I don't think he's going to be happy when he sees well. The flute's kind of like whatever at this point. Like, it's only 114. You find a flute. Okay, so that's where the cut was. All right, hold on. I got to do this. I got to do some manip, guys. There's a bit of a VOD cut. It's only a couple seconds, but I did splice these runs together. First time, no big deal. As Andy's cashing into Smith. Just be a couple more seconds. $16, $17. There we go. Perfect. Andy getting the quickest information in the West. We see Eastern is a red crystal. I didn't see anything else there. Hey Solski, congrats on partner. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate that. All right, Tiara's Quake. Do you have that open? I don't think there's anything there. Just saw on the off look. We are going to see Dark World Death Mountain checks now. And the Hookshot Cave is nothing. So now we have the drop. Andy also going to check out Ether here. Chat, I don't think Andy... Oh, we got Laser Bridge here. Let's go. Okay, this is your in to do... this is your in to do... Trinex at this point, I want to say. I would definitely do Trinex at this point. So, I'm just going to check Andy's tracker real quick. That's a small kid hair as well. Just so I can properly call this. Andy, no right cane. Andy is 100% forgotten about well. He's 100% forgotten about well. Mal's going to go ahead to Crystal Roller here. I don't mind it. TR right was in a really bad spot. So this is honestly a good read. The way I looked at it was you can... Oh, you don't have big key. That's right. So you have to go this way. Andy also going to follow suit with these checks. No, that's right. Oh, we missed the cane shot. Health is low, but that's okay. You want a death warp here anyways. Just a shield. It's the first shield of the game found at 117. Well, we found another shield. We just can't get to it, right? All right, so yeah, that's it for Mal. He's out of here. You don't have the big key to TR, so you can't go to Trinex anyways, and you can't do what I was thinking about doing. So what I was thinking of was you can just do Crystal Roller and the big chest at the same time, but if you don't have that big key, you can't get there. All right, so we have Desert Main for Mal coming up here, and he's going to discover that laser bridge. Still no access point to that big key. And I'm really surprised Mal is not pushed on Mire, but I feel like that's coming up right here. That should be happening right now. Yep, here we go. Small key to hair for Andy. Oh, we saw a lot of crystal information there. Skull pendant, Mire, ice. Pod was also a crystal. So it's between Hera and Swamp for the last crystal then. One of those is a pendant. All right, Thieves Town found actually in Mire area on the left side here in the Mire shed. That's a really nice find. You have all the... You have everything for it. So you have, you know, the hammer, you have the small key, the big key. You just fall through the dungeon at this point. This is a really great find at 118. And we get the red mail here as well. Now he kind of looks like a scene kid kind of thing, right? Like you're wearing like the red plaid, the red trucker hat, the khakis, or chinos, I guess. It could be chinos as well. Maybe Converse shoes. Did the dog just snap its neck and like turn it sideways? I guess dogs do that without snapping their neck. I don't own a dog, so it's hard for me to tell. But I've never really noticed the head tilt pray. Then again, no one really notices or calls out when they cast my matches. The eggplant praying. No one ever catches it. So if you've ever seen the eggplant pray, guys, you know what? I don't want to spoil it. Just like go back to one of my VODs or just like whatever. Pay attention to it the next time. But it's a treat. It's probably my favorite like sprite animation of any of the sprites. Let's just say the eggplant prays. All right, guys. Let's just say that. And I'm sure there's a story behind it as well. I hope there's a story behind it. Like, I really, like, part of me just really hopes that wasn't the first revision. And, like, the sprite committee was just like, no, you gotta adjust that a little bit. Like, that'd be so good. Yo, thanks, Fuel. Appreciate that. All right, Andy going into Mire here. So this is our first challenge on Mire that we've seen from either runner. The bad news bears situation for Andy is no red cane. I can't help but laugh. I've been here in that spot where you just kind of either forget something or you just put it off, and it's like it's everything you need. And at this point, Andy would really love not only just that flute, but the red cane as well. And now he's forced. Well, he's not really forced, but at this point, he's made the decision to go into caneless Mire. But these things happen in CrossKeys, right? There's so many different locations and things to track versus a conventional race that these are kind of the mistakes that happen. The well was at bat, so it required hammer, and hammer was at stumpy. So it was kind of a mid-game find, like you found it around the 40-50 minute mark. It's on, so this is what I do. Is I usually put like, if there's somewhere I need to go as a point of reference, or I need to try and remember it, I'll put like the Bombos medallion near the check. So that's kind of an extra thing to catch my eye and tell me, hey, by the way, I need to go back and check this. I do that a lot with doors. So I use the same map tracker for doors, and I'll put Bombos medallions on all the caves I find with doors that I can't enter if I don't have a bomb bag. But if it's just CrossKeys, I'll just use the Bombos medallion. I'll just put that there. Like I use Spike for Spike Cave. I use Hammer for mimics. And the medallion just is like, yeah, as Shadow's saying, it's just an easy eye catch there. It's an easy way to kind of get that look. We do get our first crystal here. Great blind fight there from Mal. And we get the big key to Hera as well there. So that's a really nice little treat of a find. Hera is 50-50 going to be a pendant or crystal. It's not in a bad spot. So you could make the call to go there. Is there any other better dungeons to look for right now? Probably Ice, honestly, knowing it's a crystal. Me personally, having right cane as well in Mal's position, Ice is probably the place to go at this point. I really love floating towards dungeons I can full clear at this stage in the game. Like I'm at 123. I've done so many locations. Big key to Eastern though. Big key to Eastern though in Mire. Okay, it's a good find. We see Old Man Warp here, which is just for health really. It flew away. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to Kakariko. Andy cleaning up the rest of Mire here. Nothing really other than that Eastern big found. Another big key to Desert this time. So that's also great. We haven't found the back yet, but we do need it for a crystal. Oh, the potion shop was here. I missed that, actually. Okay. Are we going back in? Is this to Mire? You know, Mire's another great call because it's another dungeon I can do relatively quickly. And it's full clearable. I think I wait a little bit on Mire, though. I'm a little greedy. I think I wait a little bit in this spot. And the only reason... This also could be Ice, by the way, so I shouldn't call it just yet. But for me, it's like if I can run into a bow or Tempered Sword, then, like, Vidi's just that much easier. But you have, like, Cape. It's fine. And Mal did get a safety as well, so Vidi will be pretty much free, right? Andy heading into Ice now. Again, another bad news bears situation for Andy because he won't have Icebreaker. So this is just another straight 20 seconds he's going to lose over Mal. Overdoing that, if not more, depending on how the bomb jump goes for him. Doesn't have boots to hover to make it quicker either, at least yet. We do have this chest coming up. Just a heart piece. So yeah, pretty tight race so far still. But I feel like this is where it's not going to be so tight anymore because now Mal will be able to finish off full Mire. We'll be able to kill Vitreous while he's here for another crystal. And then it's probably just going to naturally float into Ice. So it's like Andy will be like crystal to crystal with him for a while until Mal probably finishes Ice. And then it's just going to be up 3-2 or whatever crystal counter will be at that point. Bomb stuff for Andy. Mal doing the torches here. Gonna get that vanilla big key chest location taken care of. One of the cooler puzzles in the game, honestly. I really enjoyed this puzzle as a kid. I liked how the floor moved. That was the cool thing. It's not so much doing the torches. I thought that was kind of cool, but I really liked how the floor moved. Like, that was really neat. Again, there's so many cool design decisions and mechanics that were done in this game that were just really a treat for its time. It really is one of my favorite games. Okay, Pancake Room done for Andy. Bomb jump was really no issue. Is Mal confident with Mire Darkrooms? Considering Mal is, at least in this week, 4-1 with Andy, I will say very yes. I will say very yes. And my rule of thumb these days, at least now, is, you know, with Rando like in its 5th year, I'll say, is I just generally now assume everyone's good. I just assume everyone's pretty much good to go, and at that point, well, we're gonna find the Desert Big Key here too. you know, it's up to the runner's actions to say, maybe not so, maybe not so much. But I feel like everyone can have like bad instances or bad rooms too. So it's, yeah, I think generally now I just like, yep, everyone's just solid. Which has made for some like really cool competition lately, right? Oh, here's the lamp. Andy's found the lamp in ice. That's a really rough spot for it logically. So this is a thing, right? So has anyone ever thought to like just play a seed and not logic or sequence break like a CrossKey seed? It would actually be a nightmare. It would actually be a nightmare. I remember it was Alu and I, we were testing SMZ3 keys. So it was, I think, the first seed we did. And the exercise we had to do, guys, and this is why testing's not always the greatest in the world to do, is we had to do it without sequence breaking. Let me tell you how long that seed took. It was hell. That means you couldn't like water walk or fake flipper or bomb jump anywhere. You basically just had to do how the logic is set up, and it's like, oh my god. Alright, so I'm now already pretty much through the tough parts of the dark room here. Mire. Well, the funnier thing is your Titans and your Flippers were both lamp locked, for me at least. And I believe your Hookshot was also lamp locked as well by virtue of that. We have not seen the other connector, as we have simultaneous boss fights here. We have Coltstar on Andy's left, and we have Vitreous on MalXantholos' right. Pretty decent fight, honestly, for Andy with the Fire Rod there. Getting the spins in. We have Cape Strats coming up for Mal. This is what every player would do at this point with their kits, so Cape Strats just way faster here than dodging the eyeballs. You're just getting right in there and hanging 10 with them. And we're going to switch to Hammer here, which is also, again, another smooth move here. Oh, really good rhythm here, though. Oh, okay, almost perfect. Really good rhythm there, though. That was a really nice, well-executed fight. I'm usually a little more careful when I do that, so I'll do some kind of stutter stepping back and forth, but that's just like, I'm right in there just like going ham, dude. That was good to see. All right, so we have Ice and Mire done here now. Andy, where are you going? He's going to the connector here. Where's that going to lead him to? That will lead him to Dark World. Okay. He's going to take that back to Dark World here. Well, it's going to do a quick map here as well, and it's also going to head to Ice. Could go through the connector, but yeah, no, it's going to just go to Ice. It's right here. So Andy only with one crystal. Mal's actually going to be working on his third crystal here too. So Andy at this point just in a little bit of trouble. The big thing he needs to find is that Flute and Red Cane combination in well. Being at bat, again, hindsight is very accessible, but being how long the seed's gone for and that Andy's kind of gravitated away from it is very telling that he's forgotten about it. We'll definitely get that oh shh moment sooner than later, I imagine, because we are starting to dry up on locations. Andy's gonna find a Hookshot cave here actually through the skull back, which is nice as well. It's not nice for the connection, it's just nice to find. I believe the cape was there, but that's it. The cape does lead to bumper connector though as well. We haven't seen where the other connection leads to, so that could be important. Okay, so Mal is going to be able to just icebreaker this, so we're going to observe the time differential of like going through the Stalfos strat and then just like bomb jumping. Yeah, now I just do this and I'm at a chest. Like, it's so nice. I know like some people don't like you know, glitch inclusion, I want to say, into rando races, or like changing from the norm. But I want to say and highlight how nice Diver Down and Icebreaker have been for the game. Is it just makes it nice and fast, right? Like it's, you can argue, oh yeah, it takes away like skill from certain rooms and such. Sure, but makes it a little bit nicer, I feel, to just kind of play. What I don't like about it, and this is the ice palacing, as I guess it just makes ice a lot freer of a decision. As we see another GT small here, so that's good. Is it just basically enables you to not really think about ice. You just kind of go there when you have a right gain now. God, I always forgot. So in like, look how far Andy's camera is down. When you get out of that cave, it just, your camera misaligns so badly. Where is Andy gonna head to next? I think like he feels he's stuck at this point. I'm just trying to think of where he would be going here. You know what? It's probably purple chest. Because outside of that one connector that is in Vu, I don't believe there's anything else there. At least in the area. So yeah, the only thing I see on the map here is gonna be, yeah, is gonna be that purple chest. Oh, don't let you, okay, I was gonna say don't let that trident hit you, please. Alright, there's the lamp for Mal. And there it is, there's the purple chest grab. That's quite the walk for that thing. Well, I mean, if it's something, if this is a really great item, so by great item, I mean in terms of a boot or a bow, that's going to be a big win for Andy here, but I think it needs to be something as to that. I don't even think like a big key would be that substantial at this point now. We have all dungeon big keys required to clear dungeons, minus Turtle Rock, but it's being a green pendant. GT big key would be all right as well, but I mean, then you're climbing, and who wants to do that at this stage? We just get a bomb pack here from the purple chest, so there's nothing there, unfortunately. I don't think we've seen the flooded dam yet. Okay, now we have. And Andy is going where? I think this is the connector here. That would lead to Hera, right? Oh, this is going to lead to the drop downs. Coldster fight done for Mal here. I don't want it to seem like I'm dominating on Andy's side of the screen right now. I'm just kind of curious of what his mindset is at this point. Alright, so Mal having a nice fight there with Coldster is all cleared up. 3 crystals to 1 against Andy. Nice sizable lead at 136. I'd be happy with like how the seed's progressing if I'm in Mal's like viewpoint right now. If I'm in Andy's viewpoint, I'm probably a little frustrated with how things are going. Because again, it feels like I'm missing something big, and the thing you're missing is like that flute cane, right? I don't even think Mal's done all of Mire area either. I could be wrong with that. Maybe I missed some of it, but... Okay, so this is going to be mimics from Mal as well. We've seen this from Andy's side. Andy's now going to go to... Where? This is Spike Cave coming up for Andy. So Andy doesn't even have a safety. He has the bottles, which I believe one of them has a potion in it. I think that's how, yeah, I think that's how stuck Andy is right now. He's going for like really bad outlierers now. But Mal's going to follow suit. Mal is also going to play the Spike Cave here. Interesting. Either I'm missing something or this is just like, I don't know. To me, at least in Mal's kit, I'd be going right to GT. Again, right side. I feel like that's where Andy would go as well, having that second GT small. I'm just gonna Pee in a bottle there. All right, we're just gonna track both for both these guys. All right. So what do we have left? We have like Eastern Big Chest. Eastern Big Chest is left right now. We have Tower of Hera. I believe for Mal only. I don't think Andy has that big key. He does not. So yeah, Mal has the big key. Andy does not. So Hera might be a good, great option for Mal here. Again, also has GT access. And we're gonna go into Dark World here. Andy's in Kakariko again. This is where Andy remembers about well. Okay. Yeah, this is well for Andy. This is where Andy does his Fa. You guys all know the one. Yeah, this is unfortunate. And he's gonna run into that Kane and Flute here. When Mal got it, it was like 50 minutes in. When Andy's getting it, it's gonna be about 140 with a cash in. I would feel bad about finding Flute at this point from where it is. Red Cane as well, because I know I could have done Mire while I was there. I could have had a faster ice. Like, I'm just not feeling too hot after that find. Mal is heading into Hera here. We'll be able to Hera pot as well. Has all the fixins to do all the chests, so might even do basement as well. I know some runners like to just do basement last. I will do it first, just because it's there. Andy has his cape. Yeah, he got in Hookshot Cave. There we go. Sorry, my tracker's asleep. I had to poke him awake. All right, so Captain Canada over on the right side here is going to be going in to check out the big chest in the lobby chest here. I believe this room's called the petting zoo. It's either this room. Oh, there's a mushroom here. That's gross. It's either this room or it's the pod room. Oh, that's big. Andy's gonna check out Bumper Cave now. This is a connector we haven't seen yet, mind you. Oh, okay, so it's up here at the Lonely Island. I don't think there's anything on the Lonely Island itself. But it's nice to know it's here. This is gonna send Andy into TR. So now he can do Crystal Roller. So he's gonna be happy with that. As happy as he can be at this point. It's hammering down the tail. Alright, so this will be Mal's first either crystal or pendant. Okay, it's the first pendant. So we know now Swamp is the last crystal here. Alright, so that's our pendant crystal layout. It's not the greatest, but honestly, the Mire is a nice find here. Is going to open up more for you to check. Not saying that more is kind of what you want to do, but, you know, it's not the worst thing that can happen. And yeah, first thing Mal's going to do with that Mire, and the correct call, is going to go right back to Mire area. It's going to be able to grab this big key from Desert Ledge. Andy's going to go to the front here now and check out the other checks that are left in TR. So we have one on the left side here in the spike room, and we have two coming up in the torch puzzle. Did I miss what Mal got for the big key? Oh, Hype Cave's here. Oh, we'll pay attention to the big key in a second. All right, Hype Cave's here. I don't even think you grabbed the big key yet, honestly. Another big key. To Turtle Rock. There's not a lot of big keys left. Oh, that's the wrong person. There's not a lot of big keys left, honestly. Okay. Oh! Oh, there they are! There's the boots! The most exciting check in the game. All right, here's the big key. I didn't miss it. All right, what is the big key here on the ledge? Skullwoods. Oh, God. All right, guys, chat. Skullwoods, Big Chest, and I aren't talking right now. We're not on talking terms, so I don't like seeing that thing. But the boots are a really nice find for Andy here. That's a pretty big equalizer, honestly. And yeah, very first place he's going to is Mire area with this flute. He's like, I could have had this forever ago. I got to go back here now. Nothing in the checkerboard cave. So Andy will find thieves here. We'll be able to complete it. First thing he finds is thieves. He's got to be like, oh, God. Does he have the small key? There was nothing in there. He does. Okay, there was nothing in there, but just the sake of, like, make it a little bit smoother to swallow this pill. This is nice to be able to full do everything, I guess. Okay, we have the spiral cave check for Mal. He's gonna be checking out the big chest here. Okay. So Mal could get boots here very shortly as well. And also can get these mirror checks. This is good utilization of the mirror, honestly. This is smart. Like, you have 45 in graveyard, but they're kind of a little out of the way. But I do like this. What is a town smiler and how do you run? What? What? I don't even know what that means. Oh, who and what? Who and what? Wait. Did Mal go into TR, right? Wait. Did I not put a, hold on. No, I put a space in there. I was out of town, Smilers. Yeah, Mal totally missed the right side TR. I thought so. I was like, wait, no, did he not go there? Wizzy's just like distracting me right now. Just straight distracting me. It's okay though. Yeah, I was out of town last week. I'm gonna be out of town again. My flight leaves again tomorrow morning. I'll be back at least earlier on the Friday, but that's more gonna be just like a recovery day because I'll be coming off nights again. So it won't be like, hey, I'm gonna stream like right when I get home. It's gonna be like, no, I'm probably just gonna like eat and die, like sleep for the day. God, that night, like when I got back last Friday, guys, it was such a long day. Like I'm up at like I'm going to dinner at like 6. We get to the workplace around 8. I'm there until about 4:35 in the morning. And then I like go back to the hotel, sleep for like 2.5 hours, if that, and then I'm at an airport for like 5 hours. Okay, so we have the race game here. There's something here? I don't think so. Oh, the powder was here. Oh, this is a big location here. Hold on. Hold on. Blind Hut's here. Nothing. 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 Come on, there's gonna be something good here, right? Like the bow is gonna be here. Nope. I'd be pretty upset that I just walked here and I found this. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And then, yeah, it sucks. So the boots are catching Andy up a little bit on time here. It was pretty quick with this Thieves Town visit. And Mal will be able to get his powder now. There's the big key for Hera. That could trigger Andy to go to Hera now at this point. I'm going to assume that's required. That mirror seems pretty OP. GT right side is still at large as well. Yeah, we got the mushroom caching coming up here. So mushroom, the potion lady is just south of here. We have a bee, a lost bee. You can just release it into the wild. And nothing at the potion lady. So she's just a constant source of disappointment in CrossKeys, I find. Okay, so nothing else. Yeah, nothing else was here in Mire area. We do not have the medallion for Mire. I keep forgetting to check to see what the medallion for Mire is, but it's like whatever. Alright, Mal, where are you headed to? Where are you off to? Oh, this could be GT. That's probably what this is. Andy found pod? Andy found pod? Mire's Ether? Alright. Hell yeah, good looking out. Pod was a bonk location. I want to say it was Link's house. It was either the Link's house or Bonk Rocks. Oh, and there's the Ether. I'll just confirm that when he leaves. Or whenever. Alright, here's the skull big chest. The Check of Destiny. Oh, God. It was King's Tomb? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Pretty much can do everything but bow stuff here, which is essentially the boss and pod. I think at this point too. Oh, a small key in pod. Gross. I think at this point. Oh, here we go. Wheels up. Rip. Pet check at 149. Oh, this is. Thank God. All right, just a bottle on the pedestal there. And he does not have Mire yet, so we'll have to go through Hammerside here. I feel like at this point, all we're really looking for is that pod small and a bow. Like that's all that's left for both runners, actually. Mire could be required. We don't know that yet. Boots are required. We do know that. GT big key as well. Ganon is at Lost Woods, so we're not going to need that. But GT big key is here. So red rupee on the drop. All right. Mal is headed to check out. This is going to be graveyard check from Mal here. Yeah, so for CrossKeys, Ganon is set to fast Ganon, so the drop down isn't opened, but it means that I don't have to climb GT to defeat Ganon because those drop downs are shuffled, and he's in the Lost Woods drop down today. And he's just dashing through pod. I felt like Andy was quite behind in the seed, but now I feel like with the boots, he's catching up quite a bit of time, honestly. I still think he's a bit behind, but he's doing not too bad. There's a little bit of half magic action here in the basement of the pod. Heart container, okay. I'm more intrigued where the bow is, and we're gonna see the GT right side play here from Mal here. So this is what I have been waiting for. Oh, there's the bow and pod. Okay, we are a small key away from go mode here. If I were a small key, where would I be? Literally anywhere, I guess. Did he just do that menuless? Nice tempered. Yeah, he has a shield too. Yeah, he did that menuless. What an actual gamer. Mal running around tile room for dear life here. Honestly, guys, you might not be aware, but tiles are pretty heavy. And if they're spinning at you and they're kind of how they're normally constructed, they're gonna be sharp too. So, all right, nothing else in pod here. We do have one more small key, so we will be able to, thanks to the small key we found, we will be able to go to the boss now. Which Andy most certainly will, being a crystal boss here. 110%. And tile room nothing, so let's see what the right side is. Oh. There we go. Okay, just a blue key, 300 rupees. Okay, so right side really had nothing. So GT climb could still come into play, so that big key could be required here. And yeah, that's going to have to be an exit stage left for Mal here. Where else can you go at this point, Mal? I think that TR, yeah, it's going to be that TR entryway. We have some drop locations still left to do in East Death Mountain. The Hylia Island was nothing. We have, you know, once you find Pod, but you have to find Boots first. So where are you headed to? You're taking the Old Man Warp. Ah, yeah. Yep. This is going to be Trinex here, but this is going to be good for Mal, though. So Trinex, when you defeat Trinex in you know, any kind of entrance where the dungeons are shuffled properly, it will revert the player back to the front door, wherever it's going to be, right? So in this instance, the front of TR is where again? It was like, oh boy, where was it? It was left was there, right's there, upper, lower's right behind Old Man. So you can either go to like Old Man spawn and go there, or you can just kill Trinex here and it's going to spawn you right outside that door. And you just go right back in and do the front. So it's kind of a classic tech to route CrossKeys. In Andy's situation, I don't think he had. No, he did have the right key at the time. I don't think he had the big key at the time. That's what it was. He should have the big key now. Yeah, there's helmet done for Andy. No, he doesn't have the big key to TR yet. Where was that? Wait, where was that? Let me think about that. Huh. Oh, wait. Fire rod shenanigans. There we go. I was a little worried there. The ice head was being the usual troll. Alright, nothing but bonk rocks for Andy. Got hammer strats coming up for the Trinex worm. Slithering around. Slithering. He's exploding. I don't know why boss. Oh my. No, please. That's so free. There's the other bow. Okay. Okay, so Trinex had the other bow. To which is in logic, no one knows. But yeah, Andy gonna make his way in through Eastern. Super safe play at this point. Mal is gonna go in and complete the rest of TR. This is the right call. And we'll eventually lead into those boots, which is really nice. So yeah, Mal is kind of caught up on the go mode. Stitch at this point really just needs that swamp small as well. Same to Andy. Andy does have the lead here onto Eastern and Pod, but he will need to go back into Mire to be able to finish off Vitreous for that crystal. So the boys are going to be pretty much tied up on crystal count for the most part here. Like, yes, Andy's going to take a temporary lead, but Eastern Pod are pretty easy ins and free. I don't think we found Desert Back yet either. So that's a big one. We need that, right? So that's another thing we need for go mode. And we have very few locations left for that. There's a couple locations staring me in the face that we haven't seen yet. One of which is at Mire. Cave 45 we have not seen yet either. And another one is, I believe, that mid drop down. So it's the opposite Dark World, the TR exit door at Laser Bridge. The Light World variant of that has not been checked yet either. So we also haven't seen a connector to Bumper Cave or Death Mountain exit to see those entrances. And that could be kind of a mirror required scenario as well. So all in all, it's not over yet. It's not looking great on Andy's side just because you might need that mirror. If mirror's not required, I feel like this race is super close. If it is required, that's going to be tough. But I feel like Andy probably goes to Harris soon anyways. But yeah, we got Eastern done now for Andy. That's going to be, and now I think it's his first crystal lead this race. 4-3 now. Mal is going to head right into Eastern. It's going to basically level out that crystal lead very shortly from here. Also has his boots now, which is great. And checking out the Lynx Bonk Rocks. Oh, we're going to see the... This is a cave you really like finding early in CrossKeys, but late's not so nice. It's that really free bomb refill cave. Just a nothing in there. Andy heading right to Link's house. We're gonna see a warp in. So this is gonna be Dark World Bonk Rocks, probably to Hera, I think. I don't see how else you can really route this one in. You know what Andy also could be thinking? Past that is he could be thinking the bomb shop. Because he does have both red crystals, so he could actually play that bomb shop as well. Which would lead to Pyramid Fairy. We'll have to wait and see what he decides to do. Both are in the same path here, so he's going to go past the Hammerpeg Bridge. Actually, he's going south here to Desert. So we're going to see some connectors here. Mal making his way through Eastern quite nicely. And is just at Armos now. Look at this traditional Armos with bow. It must be nice, really, after having to do it with Master Sword on an ice floor. Oh. Nah, we're fine. Alright, so there's Eastern done for Mal. And again, ties it back up. Oh, Andy here with Desert Big Chest. I don't think we've seen this yet. Just Red Rupee. He's out of here. Interesting that he chose that over, like, Hera. Like, I don't mind it. I get doing it, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the flute to 5. Here's the pickup back. So I feel like if you're going flute 5, Andy, no. Oh, he didn't have flippers. That's right. Yeah, he's gonna see that small key as well and be like, what? That would have been pretty funny. Alright, Mal finding. He's gonna find Pod here. He's at King's Tomb. That's great. Okay, good stuff. This race has been super fun. I don't know about you guys. This one's been fun to watch. I'm glad I decided to cast this. Alright, we're going back into Hera now for Andy, which is good because that's where the Mushroom and Mire was. My thing is you're at 2 hours now. You're moving pretty well through the seed. Me, personally, I don't like finding the Mire at this point. I really don't want to check any other locations, but I haven't found a dungeon I need, so I'll be okay with it, but I'm not going to be happy about it. You need to sleep badly? By all means, just rest up. You know, it's going to be probably on Andy's YouTube later, and it's always on my VOD or whatever, so rest up. Let me soothe you to the sleep. Close your eyes. All right, I'm going to put the rest of the audience to sleep. I can't do that. Mal running out of arrows here, but we'll be able to use pot strats to get rid of that Mimic. Actually, that's pretty smart. And the Moldomer is done for. Yeah, I got to start recapturing some of those VODs because I don't want some of them to die. Like, I have a couple of ones I still have to back up. And I'll eventually have it up on my own YouTube channel. That I'm basically just going to relaunch, but I'll probably just hoard them for now until, like, my drive gets too big and I'm just going to have to dump it onto YouTube. Meanwhile, in Australia, good morning. Hell yeah. It's Monday over there. Australia is one of those places I would really like to visit and probably would like to live, like that in New Zealand. But I feel like there'd be too many things that could kill me. That would be a bit of a bother, right? Alright, Andy did get his Mushroom Mirror combination, did have Moldorm taken care of. We got the Helmasaur fight here. That's where the big key here was. We have the Helma fight here for Mal now. There we go. Alright. Helma's dead. He gone. He's exploding too. Big Key to Skull Woods, the classic Monka-esque key. Hate that key. All right, Mal back in the lead now, 5-4. Crystal lead now. Andy popping open Mire. This is a big location here potentially. Again, we're still looking for Desert Back. That is the main location we still need to find. And we need that small key to swamp still. So Mal very wisely, actually, so this is something I like that he did versus Andy, was he went right to the boss first. And the reason why I'll call it that smart is to that point, you do that ahead, and you know, if your small key to swamp's on Helmet, you're just like done, right? You're right, he would have got the 5th one in here as well. All right, he's getting his silvers too. I forgot about that. It's kind of funny that that's there. Andy, where are you gonna go? Where are you headed to, lad? Oh, I think he's gonna check the connector here at Paradox. I don't think we've seen the mid connector yet from either runner. I don't think we've seen it from either runner yet. So Mire was a bust. And he's just flipping through his inventory like crazy. Oh, this is the big one. Is this it? Is this it? It is. Okay. There wasn't much left out there. Location-wise, all Andy had left, or even Mal had left, was K45, Pyramid, and one of the drop-downs in East Death Mountain, so the mid drop-downs. So we finally found the dungeon we need. We still need one more small key. So that small key is still out there at large. I'm just gonna mark it as 6. Big key. Gan's Tower, yep. So yeah, it could come down to GT Big Chest or the climb at this point. I feel like it's gonna be that. At this point, with what you've done, it's 205. You're rolling through this. I feel like it's gonna be like that coin flip situation. I need to go to GT. Which side do I go, right or top? You're gonna go right first and then climb. So Andy's still a bit behind, I'll say, artificially so. He still needs to get back to Mire and complete the Vitreous fight. Meanwhile, Mal needs to go through that connector and get to Desert. But honestly, he's not too far away from that. Like, he's done almost the same amount of locations as Andy has. So that's pretty easy in. And Andy is, in fact, going to head to GT now. Where in the hell is this small key? Like... And yes, we are going to see right side first. So it's probably tile room and everything as well. Now it's going to head to Link's house. Where are we going? Oh, we got the Bonk Rocks coming up. That's right. One thing I will call out, I don't think we've seen Green Pendant cashed in yet either. So that is something that Mal has as an advantage over Andy as well. Okay. Where are you headed to next? Is it Sash? Bomb Shop's also an option. No, we're going back down south. So this is towards desert. Now it's not towards... Oh, K45. Big chest. Just a red shield. There's nothing in that big chest there. Oh, Bombos. That's right. That's right. We got the book in GT. Okay. Where's Andy going? Oh, he's going to tile room. Got it. So we want to do right side first, and then did want to follow up with tile room. I see. I understand. What does Bombos have? Just a compass. Okay. And he flexing on that cape tech there that we talked about a little bit earlier about how if you hold a wall with the cape equipped, will not run out of magic. Mal is going to head back into Mire area here with Ether equipped, going to be opening up Mire as well. Is going to find out that's not the option. So it's all going to come down to really what Mal decides to do next. And I almost want to say it's going to be similar pathing than Andy, right? Like, you'll find that desert connector, and then you'll just go back in and go to GT afterwards because it's right there. And here comes the GT climb. The classic, potentially required GT climb. Everyone's favorite. Oh, Andy's just firing arrows like he has 20 of them in for the next room here. I love this music for the climb too, by the way. All right, Andy's going to continue on with the climb here. Getting past the spike in switch room. Mal is going to head into desert, checking out that big chest. Cannonballs in the Cannonballs E room. Nicely played. Some nice D1 there from Andy. Both runners desperately searching for that Swamp Palace small key. That will be Gomo for both runners. Pretty nice G3 for Andy there. We do see that red rupee again for the desert big chest. The Zazak of disparity just kind of getting out of the way once again from the dash. This is the stupidest Zazak at the game, let me tell you. He just never cooperates. We're going to see desert left here. I don't think we've seen this. And this is that left drop down. Okay. So that was another drop down we haven't seen yet. Andy might have done it, and I might be JK LOLing, but yeah, we're just going to pretend it was never found. Okay, so desert mid coming up here for Mal. Okay, that's pretty funny. Not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. All right, so literally on top of each other. Cool, the classic. So yeah, the only other locations we haven't seen is... I don't think I've seen it from either runner. Is 45. I could be wrong. And we've not seen the... Pyramid fairy check yet. So the bomb shop is at pod. So you have to go all the way through the maze with that bomb. Kind of sucks. Or you can, I guess you can just mirror and go flute 5. Either way, it's not really worth it. Compass to Eastern. 300. Yeah, Andy hasn't gone to 45 yet. I don't believe Mal has either. All right, so we have the Lonely Islands. Small key. This dungeon. Oh, there's a big key here. I didn't even realize it. Why are you not picking up a big key? What? But why? Why though? That could be a big key you need. Yeah. Oh. Oh God, you guys. I'm so stupid. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes the most sense ever. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be Swamp. You guys are right. So the big key has to be for Swamp, and there's no reason why you would want that. Yeah. All right, Mal's going to find the back to desert here. All right, sick. And he's going to check out the skull big chest. So we still do not have that swamp small in GT climb. So this race can come down to if Mal decides to climb GT or not at this point. So say Mal decides to do Pyramid Fairy first, and that's where that swamp small is, then that's like, should have enough of a lead here, I would say. Or it could be as rudimentary as just like K45. Andy also checking the pedestal at 213 now. Oh man, this is the ultimate feels bad, really. Like, if I'm checking this at 215, I'm like, God, really? Is it here? I don't know if you're frustrated or relieved at that point to find it not there. Okay, so this is a flute back up to 1 for Andy. Probably to finish off Mire and Vitreous. A silver Lamo here on Mal's side on the right. Nicely done. Just the 50 rupees. And we got a crystal lead. 6-5 now for Mal. I feel like next play either wins or makes this race very close. Because Andy's follow-up play now is TR. Right? Like it's trinex. You would imagine. Like you have green pendant there and plus an item. I feel like that's where I would go next versus an unknown location such as Pyramid Fairy. Mal is going to head to Uncle area. Where are you going to go to next? We're headed towards Brother Connector. And where's that going to lead me? This is the play to Sash. Okay, so we're going to see what Saha has. Is this what we've been looking for? And he's setting up for the... Oh, small key. Swamp Palace. There it is. Okay. So the TR Trinex dream was required. Oh, God, dude. You know what? Honestly, you can definitely argue that that could have been done earlier from Mal's perspective, just because of where Saha was and the connector leading. But like, there's so many different things you can do. But yeah, I think this is gonna be it at this point, right? Like we have Mal going in for his 7th crystal now. Andy still has his 6th going on. We'll have to go to Trinex and slay that, and then go right back to Saha. The good news is when he does defeat Trinex, it's gonna put him right at that connector. But I feel like it's just a little too late. And again, it really came down to that decision to climb GT, right? You can't really fault Andy for that decision at that point. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to see an L here from Andy. But, yeah, the scene was kind of a weird one, right? The start was pretty odd. It's pretty slow. The mid game was fast with a lot of items and discoveries, and then the end game kind of crawled down to this path of looking for a bow and looking for that swamp small. We got there in the end, but it was pretty bumpy. Just lots of good options out there, and it was really a bad one that led to that swamp small. Kind of like how a lot of randos will devolve to, anyways. They'll always be like the worst spot you don't want it to be, and sure enough. Andy is heading back in towards desert area. Oh, did he get tempered here as well? Wow. No, tempered wouldn't have been here. He must have gotten tempered before. I must have missed it. Oh, is this spiral to the TR big chest? Got it. It would have been recently. I can't remember where Andy got it. It might have been Pod. But I know he's had it for a bit. Not very long, though. Okay, so Andy's checking out the Mimic Caves and the such. We'll be heading into TR right side here. Checking out this big chest. Small key to this dungeon. That's so bad, dude. Oh, it was Pod Big Chest? Okay. That's so ruthless, though. You see a small key, you're like, oh, it's here. That's so bad. And then it's not. So yeah, Andy's just going to take it right to the boss. I imagine he's right behind it to that cash-in at Saha. Again, there's not very much for Andy to do here, right? Like, he knows. He's like, there's a chance I probably don't have this one. You play enough like rando or these kind of things or race competitively, you have like these timings in your head. And even though every seed's different, you can kind of like generally assume and almost always correctly. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm probably done. But there's always instances where like runners make mistakes. And there's always times where it's like you're wrong with that call because of it, and it's generally a pleasant surprise. But that being said, this is just unfortunately not going to be one of those cases, as we see Mal dropping in through Ganon. 218, really nice pace for the seed. Well played. And you know, if you're a fan of Andy and you're like, oh, but Andy doesn't have silvers, it's going to take forever. Well, I've got good news for you. They're coming up. It's probably the nicest thing the seed would have done for Andy in the last hour. As we see phase 3 Ganon approaching here for Mal. The slashes, dude. The warps, though. I hate Ganon warps. They're so bad. They are the worst. Alright, here comes the silver Ganon coming up. Oh, we got a double fire rod shot there. Made it with the second one, actually. And just a silver arrow behind because of the 2 fire rod shots. But we will have Ganon defeated here. And yeah. Mal is going to take this one away. And he is going to defeat Andy here, as Andy is just about to get Swamp Small right as Mal is crossing the line. Great win. Yeah, I'm watching Mal's reaction right now, by the way, on the VOD, and he's like, he's super happy. It's so nice to see. Guys, I remember when I was like that. I was like super excited for big wins like that. That's such a huge win for him. That's so good to see. Yeah, and he's seen the GG now. He's probably talking with him for a little bit. He's like, oh, I'm almost done. I'll finish this one off. So yeah, with this win, Mal is going to move on to week 7 with a score of 5-1. And Andy will be in the 4-2 grouping. So that means that is this prototypical 2-loss group of death in Swiss for this tournament. So anyone with 2 losses and they make it out with only 2 losses through the remainder of Swiss, which is 8 weeks long, will have a shot at a play-in race for the remainder of the playoff spots, which is about half the grouping will make it in through that. But ideally, you do not want to be in that spot. But this is such a tough tournament and such a tough mode to win out. You know, kudos to Mal for still, you know, making it through into the 1-loss side of it into week 7. And Andy sucks to be you. You know, I could say that because my week 6 I lost as well, so I'm already out of playoff contention. But you know, CrossKeys is just such a fun mode. You just kind of play it out, and I'm enjoying it. It's been a fun tournament. I've never played a mode where it's like so easy to get mad at it, but like it's so easy to turn that around. Like, I can't be mad at you. Come here, you. Just give it like a little hug. Yeah, Mal finishing with the 2:20.18. I should have stopped my timer actually. I normally do that for the first finisher. Let's just edit that out. Okay, let's do this. this? What's going on? What is my... Hold on. I got this, guys. I swear. Yeah, I'm... Hello? Hello? Reset? Question mark? Oh, it already is there. Never mind. It's fine. I didn't even realize the timer, like, went back. Okay, it's fine. You had zero interest in CrossKeys up until a few months ago. Then I played a seed and then another, and very much like that's what happens with CrossKeys. At first, I was like, I hate entrance. What made me hate entrance, honestly, and I say this all the time, it was the CrossKeys, or it was not the CrossKeys. It was the first entrance tournament. I just had a really bad taste in my mouth after that tournament. And then I got back into entrance. I think CrossKeys made me like entrance again. The mode I felt was played a lot better than regular entrance. I didn't like how entrance kind of played, but CrossKeys felt like more fun. And then I've just really enjoyed it ever since. And I passed on the other CrossKeys tournaments more because I wasn't really available for them. But I'm glad I made it up for this one. Andy dropping into Ganon now. He's gonna be spinning to winning. But he's also gonna be slashing and silvering. Got the dash strats coming up within the fireball ring. You know, they're fireballs until they're fire bats. So if anyone corrects me later and say they're fire bats, you're wrong. They're not bats yet. They're like, they're still in like the cocoon, the fire cocoon, right? Pretty easy peasy clean Ganon for Andy. Really good patterns here. And I think we'll have the triple set up here too. Oh, he had it. He was too soft, chat. He was too soft. All right. Andy's going to be finishing here. And he's going to be not too far behind, honestly. It's going to be about a 5-minute differential. And yeah, he's going to be done at about 2:25:32 for Andy. So again, great run by both runners. You know what? Honestly, with like the weeks coming in, with Swiss doing what Swiss does, and that's continue to pair, you know, excellent runners with excellent runners within their skill groups. Again, it's just another example of Swiss working. That was not chat. That was not me. Chat, that was not me. That was Andy. I didn't do that. That was not. No. Do I have to
right here, dude?
Wait, what is he saying? Did he say I need a beer? Is he gonna give us the interview? Andy, what do you think about this race? What did you think about the seed, Andy? The classic. He's typing away. Hold on. He's probably talking with Mal. Uh-huh. Where is it? Where's my device? Where is it? Where did it actually go? Chat, you ever just like misplace your clown horn before? I just cleaned up this office and I don't know where I put everything still. Alright, whatever. I can't do the joke now, it's fine. Andy stole it? Probably. He probably ate it. This is killing me. Where did I put it? It's a key prop. I'll find it later. It's fine. But anyways, guys.
Oh, man, dude.
Hold on, we're gonna get his thoughts here.
Forgetting Cackwell absolutely killed me.
Yup. Sure did. It sure did. I felt like he was playing well until that, honestly. was unfortunate. I think that's probably the big storyline of this one. Was the Cackwell. Cackwell and then the GT climb afterwards, right? But I can't really fault him for that. That's impossible. Like I can't go ahead and say, yeah, GT climb was a bad call. So I think for the right time, Andy's probably playing behind. In that position, I'd probably do the same because I'm doing right side for the first time. I'm already here. I know I have items up there. It sucks doing it if you're wrong, but you're looking for one thing and the chances are high it's there. So I get it. Let's be honest, that small key was not great. But again, GG's to Mal. Andy, better luck next time. You still got a shot in it. Don't worry about it, Slugger. Don't sweat it out. Don't sweat it. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for me today. Started a little bit later than I was kind of looking to. I was gonna hope to maybe do the weekly for SMZ3, but I'm gonna miss that as well. It's already happened. And I'm probably just gonna call it a day. So thanks for joining again, guys, for another cast. It's been a lot of fun. And I will be back after this week. So I'm gonna be again flying out another work week, and I'll be back next week. And I won't have to fly out for a little bit. I won't have to fly until basically just before SGL. I'll be doing another work trip actually. So.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Yeah, missing out on the flute for so long. Flute and Samaria would have basically immediately led me to boots. Instead of boots at like 55 minutes, I got boots at 142. And not having the flute for an hour basically was just really awkward. Honestly, surprised I only lost by 5 minutes.
I think that's pretty true for the most part. Again, I think the climb is the big time sink there. If he doesn't do the climb, that's like 4 or 5 minutes he gets back for free, right?
Oh man.
So I think it's just a super tight race if he doesn't make that call. But it's the right call.
It'd be different if I just like never went back to CAC after I got that hammer. But I went back to CAC immediately after getting hammer and just completely blanked on the well.
Yeah, item counts are super close too.
Man.
Okay, well, again, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Signing off. Guys, go watch Fear Agent. He's doing his CrossKeys starting match right now versus Shady. It's going to be a good match. There's no restream. It's in follower and or subscriber only chat. Be good, guys. Enjoy the race.